Hi friends, I welcome you all to this video, and in this video I am going to be discuss states of matter. Okay, so let's go to the video. So just you are imagine you are in a 700 years ago. Okay, if you are in 700 years ago, so see this image. Now you are in 700 years ago. What do you know about these images? You may or you may not. What are the things in these images? Okay, definitely we don't know about this. What are the things in these images? Okay, because we are in 700 years ago. Okay, so if you are learning physics or science concept, without imagination we can't learn. Okay, so imagination is very important to understand the physics and science concepts. Okay, so if you are in 700 years ago, we don't know about these things. Okay, so now we have to do the video. Okay, first matter. So what is matter? So matter is nothing but in macroscopically and microscopically anything has mass and occupies space in the universe. Okay, macroscopically means it's a larger object. The size of the object is visible. Okay, more than centimeters. Okay, and microscopically means the object is invisible. We can't see in our naked eye. Okay, so based on that we can say that matter is nothing but anything has mass and occupies space in the universe and in around us. Okay, so we can classify matter as three things. One is solid and liquid and gas. Okay, so we don't know which one of the parameters behind that of solid and liquid and gas are these three matters. Okay, how do we classify this is solid and this is liquid and this is gas? We don't know. So that's the things we are going to be learn here. So which one parameters responsible for the classification of matters as a solid, liquid and gas? Okay, three states of matter we can classify as a solid, liquid and gas. Okay, first we go to discuss macroscopic view. Macroscopic means it's a larger object. We can view the object in our eyes. Okay, that size of the object is more than centimeters. Okay, so here I listed some of the properties. First, mass. Okay, so solid has a definite mass and liquid has a definite mass and gas also has a definite mass. So these are the properties of macroscopic view. Okay, then shape. So solid have a definite shape and liquid it acquires the shape of container and also gas. Okay, and volume and liquid have a definite volume and gas does not have. Okay, and rigidity, so highly rigid, so we cannot compress the solid. Okay, that is the rigidity. Okay, and less rigid in liquid and gas is the not rigid. And fluidity, solid can't flow. Okay, so it is stable at a rest position. So if you move it and it can move, otherwise it is at rest. And liquid can flow, without anything it can flow. Okay, and gas also flowing natural. And compressibility, so solid is hard to compress, so we cannot compress solid as easily. Okay, it is more hard to compress. And liquid you can easily compress and gas is highly compressible. Okay, so these are the macroscopic view of the matters. Okay, so when it's a solid and liquid gas, if you see macroscopically, that means if you see in the larger object, visible objects, it have a definite shape, mass, volume and some of the properties it describes. Okay, so solid, so liquid, as a gas. Okay, so these are the properties in macroscopically defined as a solid, liquid and gas. So now we are going to microscopic view. So in microscopic view means we have to more get inside into the material. Okay, so if you go inside the matter, what will happen? What is inside the solids and liquids and gas? Okay, in microscopic view it is a invisible things, so we cannot see what are the things inside in the solid and liquids. So okay, we need a special technique, a special tool to visualize the what are the things inside the materials. So based on that we can how to explain liquid, solid and gas. Okay, so in microscopic view we can define as matter is nothing but, or matter is made up of small number of particles. Matter is made up of small number of particles, whether it is solid or liquid or gas. Okay, so these three type of matters is made up of small number of particles. So this is the things we can get it from microscopic view, and also here we can get another more insight information about solids and liquid gas. Okay, which one is responsible for is a solid, is a liquid and is a gas. So that classification more precisely explained in microscopic view. Okay, for that in microscopic view, so we can say that matter is made up of tiny number of particles. Tiny number of particles. The tiny number of particles is called as a molecule. Okay, the tiny particles is called as a molecules. Okay, here I listed out some of the properties of microscopic view. So first one is arrangement. Okay, see, in solid that small number of molecules arranged in a regular manner. In liquid it's a somewhat regular, and gas it's a random manner. So based on this arrangement of molecules or small particles inside within the materials, within the matter, we can classify it as a solid, it's a liquid, gas. Okay, so that's molecules are tiny particles in a matter. In solids the regular arrangement in a closed manner, and in liquid it's somewhat regular and some space is inside the material, inside the matter, and gas is more random. Okay, more spaces within the matter. Okay, and movement of molecules in solids, that molecules vibrate about their mean position. If you fixed in this position, it vibrate in that position only. Okay, and in liquid it slide over with each other. Okay, it slide over with each other. It can flowable, movable, fluidity have property. And gas, it's a random motion. It moves anywhere in any directions. Okay, there is no precise direction of movement of molecules in gaseous states. Okay, and then intermolecular distance. So intermolecular distance in solids, see, this is one molecule and then this is another molecules. Okay, so the distance between these two molecules is very less. So that is intermolecular distance. So this is one molecule and this is another molecule. Okay, so the interatomic distance, the intermolecular distance between the two molecules is very less in solids. In liquids is somewhat close. Okay, but not compared to solid. Okay, but in gas it's more, the intermolecular distance is very high. Okay, and intermolecular force. So due to this very less intermolecular distance, that molecules have a very strong attractive force. Okay, so this intermolecular attractive force is responsible for the solid. Okay, it's make it a solid one. Okay, so if you say anything is a solid, means the intermolecular force is very strong. So that intermolecular force make it strong and it attract all the molecules close together and it arranged in a regular manner. So we get a solid. Okay, so in liquids, so the intermolecular force is very intermediate one, small attractive force. So due to that small intermolecular attractive force, it is somewhat movable. It is a fluid behavior. Okay, it's not a rigid one. It's not a rigid one. And gas, that intermolecular force is very less. Okay, so that's why the molecules move in a random directions. Okay, so this is the very important properties of solids and liquids. So in microscopic view we can clearly explain the intermolecular force and intermolecular distance is the responsible for making any matter as a solid, a liquid and gas. Okay, so if anyone say that, so what is liquid? So liquid is nothing but it has a less intermolecular force. What is solid? So solid is nothing but it's a strong intermolecular attractive force. That force make it all the molecules close together and it is become a solid. Okay, but in gas it is a totally different one. That intermolecular force is very less. Okay, so it is movable. It's highly movable in random directions. Okay, and another property is energy. Energy is very less in solid, so it is more stable in solid state, and liquid state it's intermediate one. In gaseous state it's a high energy state. Okay, for example, take water. Water is a liquid. Okay, so if you heat the water, what will happen? The heat energy absorbed by the water molecules and it goes to evaporator. That is mean vaporization. That is called as a gaseous state. Okay, it's getting energy, so higher energy. So if it cools down, it becomes ice, so solid. Okay, so that is difference between energy change of the solid, liquid and gas. Then diffusion. So rate of diffusion is less in solid and rate of diffusion is small in liquid, and rate of diffusion is high in gaseous state. Okay, diffusion means very simple. If you take a ink or any color, put a drop of any colors into the water, how it is diffused into the waters, that colors, that is a diffusion. Okay, so this is the microscopic view of matters. Okay, so in microscopic view, matter is nothing but it's made up of small number of particles. That small particles is called as molecules, and also that intermolecular force is the responsible for which one is solid and which one is liquid and which one is gas. So the more precise classification is based upon that microscopic view, which is intermolecular force. Okay, so here I give some activities for you. So here I list out some of the things, so you can arrange these things in the solid and liquid and gas. Okay, so thank you watching this video. If you like this video, share to your friends and subscribe this YouTube channel. Thank you.